Thanks, Chair, once again. Mr. McBride, do you understand the adverse impact of making far-fetched accusations against any member of the society in this committee, before this committee? Do you understand the adverse repercussions?
You mean in the same way allegations are made against me?
No, I'm asking.
In this committee.
I'm asking, do you understand? That is the question before you.
It's just a broad question.
No, I'm asking, do you understand the adverse repercussions of making unfounded allegations or far-fetched accusations against certain members of the society?
Yeah, I'm aware of it.
You are aware of that?
Yeah.
Let's talk about the allegation that we have repeated today. I'm saying it's an allegation because we have not provided any proof thereof before this committee. That Leon Mbangwa is an illegal, and we reprimanded you yesterday. And you are repeating the same thing that we reprimanded you on. You are making a funny gesture once again. And I'm not taking that kindly. You made an allegation yesterday about Leon Mbangwa that he was hired while he was an illegal immigrant. Do you know that Leon Mbangwa took that matter to court and it was settled in court?
I didn't hear the last part, sir.
Do you know that Leon Mbangwa took the matter to court about an accusation that he is an illegal immigrant? Do you know that?
No, I'm not aware.
You're not aware?
No.
Do you know that the reason why it was settled is because Leon Mbangwa was instructed or gave a DNA evidence in court proving that he is a citizen in South Africa? Do you know that?
No, I didn't know that process took place.
You didn't know that?
I'm not sure at which stage it took place.
So all the information I'm giving to you is new to you.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's new in the sense that at Zondo Commission, former Minister Mkhwanazi Nhleko did not deny it, but said that it's in the process of being regulated and being resolved.
No, but I'm asking about your knowledge, not about what transpired in the Zondo Commission. The information I'm giving to you is new. Is that correct?
You mean the information about him having a criminal conviction?
About him taking the matter to court and about the matter being resolved through settlement, which was influenced by the DNA results.
I have no idea about that.
You have no idea
about that.
You have no idea.
No.
And then you've got the audacity to come and tell this committee that Leon Mbangwa is an illegal immigrant. Without having that knowledge in your possession. Don't you think that is dangerous? Because I was going to maybe sympathize with you if you were saying, I knew that, but I knew it in a different, I know that, but I know it in a different way. This is what transpired. Now you don't have that information at hand, but you have the audacity to speak about something which is not true in that context.
Mm-hmm. My audacity is based on fact. And the fact is, at that time that he was appointed Chief of Staff, he was still holding and using the false passport. And that was on his CV. And when Minister Nhleko was called to explain it, he said the matter's been attended to. But at that time, when he was Chief of Staff and involving himself irregularly, interfering with iPad business and sitting on panels for employment, and creating posts that don't exist.
Look, I'm sorry for interrupting you. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be generous with time. I've got a very limited time. So can you stick to my question? Maybe I might come back to the IP issues. Here I'm talking about the court case and the settlement vis-a-vis the allegation you are making about Leon's citizenship.
People's citizenship changes. At that time, he still was using and flaunting an illegal passport, illegal ID.
Do you know that Leon has been a civil servant for a very long time? Even before he became the chief of staff, he once worked for the provincial legislature in KZN. Do you know that?
That is hardly my problem.
I didn't ask whether it's your problem or not. Do you know?
I think that's exactly where he was found out that his ID is not solid.
So you don't know? Do you, Mr. McBride, do you know or you do not know?
I didn't bother to check. I checked that passport and it was wrong.
No, I'm not talking about the passport. I'm talking about him being a civil servant way before he became the chief of staff.
Well, he might have managed to sneak his way in. I don't know.
No. You are not giving me proper answers. You are not giving me direct answers. The responses you are giving me are peripheral. Do you know that he was a civil servant before he became the chief of staff?
He was in the KZN civil administration. I don't know what the issue was, but he was there, and it's at that stage. It wasn't long after his incident. I think his incident was 2002, and it hadn't been regulated yet. It hadn't been expunged yet.
Well, I think I must give up on this one because you are not giving me an answer. Let's go to Mkhwanazi, to Mr. Mkhwanazi, to General Mkhwanazi, being on the scene. You are using a word inconsistent, and to me that is English. What do you mean? You are saying Mr. Mkhwanazi went to the scene, he didn't attend the funeral, and according to you, that is inconsistent. So what do you mean by saying that? What are you intending to mean?
Yeah, I'll answer you. In the same way when KwaZulu-Natal was burning in 2021 July, General Mkhwanazi was not on the scene of dealing with the matter of the insurrection. In the same way, one would have expected him, with people who he is close to at least attend their funeral, and one wonders why he'd be first on a scene. So maybe there's a clear answer. Someone phoned, but until now, someone phoned him and said, go there and look, because he's a family friend and a cop and he's got connection. But until now, no one has given me that explanation.
Yeah,
and I've searched.
And then by saying that is inconsistent, failure to attend the funeral, being the first person on the scene, and you say it's inconsistent. What do you mean by saying that?
Or taking leave during a provincial emergency.
And then what do you mean? What do you mean by saying that?
It's inconsistent. Whatever you interpret that to mean, it's up to you.
No.
It's something to be looked
I'm not interpreting. I'm seeking for your clarity. You are the one who's giving that word to us. So clarify it so that we can interpret it correctly according to what you are saying.
No, there's not much more I can add to saying the conduct, in my view, is not the normal conduct of a person who's close to people.
To not attend a funeral.
Or to take leave during a national emergency and have a show of force.
Do you know that, let me ask this first. Do you know how General Mkhwanazi found his way to the scene?
I don't know. All I know is the fact he was first on the scene.
So you don't know how he found his way to the scene.
No.
Do you know that General Mkhwanazi was a friend to a brother of Mandla Mahlangu?
Very well. Very well. Even closer than Manda. Very well, I know that.
Do you know that brother?
Very well.
What's his name?
Is William.
The brother was working for
Yeah, the
DPCI.
brother got promoted, I think, to brigadier.
No, I'm saying at that time he was working for DPCI in Mpumalanga, correct? At the time of the incident.
I'm not sure sequence of events, whether he was promoted before or after, but I know he went to Mbombela.
No, I'm saying at that time, during the incident, that is what I'm saying to you, that he was working for DPCI in Mpumalanga.
I'm not sure if it was at that time. I can't remember sequence of events.
Now, if I say to you, General Mkhwanazi got a call from the brother of Mandla Mahlangu, who told him that his brother, Mandla Mahlangu, has been shot, and instructed or requested him to go to the scene, what would you say? How would
I'd say that's starting to make sense.
So you made an insinuation before this committee, before you even attained that information that I'm giving to you now, because that is what I'm putting to you. General Mkhwanazi found his way to the scene through a phone call he got from a brother of Mandla Mahlangu.
Yeah, it's starting to make sense now.
Don't you think that you are being unfair to the people against whom you have made these allegations? Because as time goes by, I'm giving you information and you are changing your tone. And you are changing your tone having made adverse allegations against people. Because here, like the honorable member has said, that you are making a certain insinuation by saying his failure, Nhlanhla Mkhwanazi, to attend the funeral and him being on the scene is inconsistent.
Yeah, that was my conclusion, my assumption that it's inconsistent.
Is it correct to conclude based on assumptions?
So it's not only one scene he was on two scenes.
No. Before we go there, is it correct to conclude based on assumptions about people?
That's how you start an investigation.
No, I'm not talking about an investigation here. Did you investigate Mkhwanazi for getting into the scene? I'm not talking about an investigation. I'm saying, generally, is it correct to make accusations based on assumptions? Is that a correct approach?
It's not an accusation. I said that's my assumption, and I found it inconsistent. I still think it's inconsistent. It's two occasions. How can it be?
No, but I'm telling you what transpired now. I'm telling you that General Nhlanhla Mkhwanazi found his way to the scene through a phone call he got from the brother. So how is that inconsistent?
So would I be wrong to assume you're in direct communication with General Mkhwanazi?
I don't know. That's your own issue. I don't know. I'm not entitled to how you can think. And if that you found that to be inconsistent, why did you not raise it with the investigation team that was investigating the case of murder?
I was not in a criminal justice system. There were other people looking at the matter, including some IPID investigators were trying to locate what is the issue. And yeah, I was out at the scene. Others, they found someone who I think is a patsy for the murder.
Okay. Mr. McBride, may you take us through briefly on how a complaint is lodged at IPID? Briefly. And at what stage do you come in as the director of IPID?
Okay, very good. In terms of the legislation, I'm supposed to provide strategic direction on investigation.
Strategic what?
Direction,
Okay.
yeah.
At what stage?
Well, in terms of the act, it's a prerogative of the executive director. Sometimes there might, on systemic corruption, there might even not be a complaint, but information arrives. You can activate an investigation.
Yes, you can go on. Are you done?
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
Are you done?
Yeah.
So that's how a complaint is lodged.
No, I didn't say so.
But my question is so, how is the complaint lodged with IPID?
Some people phone, sometimes people send in anonymous emails, or sometimes a letter is dropped under a door. Sometimes they come to the office like Dr. Matlaba, like Paul O'Sullivan, like Pop Crew.
Or let me ask this way. Is there a regulated process which guides how the complaint should be lodged, which give guidance on how the complaint should be
Yeah,
lodged?
there is. There is, on receipt of complaint or by direction of an MEC or a minister, and or at the prerogative of the executive director.
So the process says what is the first step when you lodge a complaint?
It says you, on the receipt of a complaint, you receive a complaint.
Who received the complaint?
IPID.
IPID.
Yeah.
I mean, there's personnel. It can't be IPID. IPID is a body, isn't it so?
Or it can come in from local level or at a provincial office, or it can come to national straight.
But my question is there no employee at IPID responsible for accepting complaints?
I think at a later stage, someone had a hotline set up, but there was something dodgy about that hotline procurement issue. I can't remember. I was gone already.
No, Mr. McBride, is there no person at IPID responsible for receiving complaints?
Well, the responsibility stops with the executive director or the provincial head, depending on the circumstance.
So when I lodge a complaint, I must lodge it in the first instance with the executive director. Is that
not necessarily?
So how does it go? How does it go? Now we are talking to the public. They want to know how a complaint is lodged with IPID.
There is a website, and I think there's one of these 0800 numbers also. I don't know what's the setup now, talking to the public, but I do know a complaint made to us, we then allocate it to somebody.
So the complaint is lodged on the website. Is that what you are saying?
No, I'm not. I don't think so. I think the number is called, and there used to be from memory.
No. I'm afraid you are really not being. We are not doing justice to my questions, Mr. McBride. Yeah, my question is very clear. Is there a regulated process which gives guidance on how a complaint is lodged with IPID? Because
it's in the case.
Then you must take us through on the steps that are entailed in the act. How does it happen? How do you lodge a complaint with IPID?
I explained it, the receipt of complaint, the normal way people communicate. You come in personally, you write a letter,
Yes. And then in the first instance, that complaint goes to? Does it go straight to the investigating officer, or there is a person who receives a complaint and assess if this complaint really can be investigated by IPID, and then if it can, then he gives it to another person, and if it can't be investigated by IPID, then they respond to a complainant to say, this does not fall within our jurisdiction. Does it go that way? I'm trying to help you now because I'm panicking.
Sorry?
I'm panicking. I'm running out of time. That is why I'm trying to help you.
So there are certain complaints that are not part of IPID's mandate.
Yes,
That has to be referred elsewhere.
yes. And
So
who refers them elsewhere?
Sorry?
Who is referring those complaints
It will be
elsewhere?
provincial head or it will be executive director if it comes at national office.
Yes. And what
Because you're
office,
writing to a head of another.
and what office is that in IPIT?
It's the executive director's office.
So they go straight to your office.
Not straight to my office.
Yeah. Where do they go? In the first instance.
Wherever they go before they reach my office.
Yeah. So if I send a complaint to IPIT, I send it to wherever I can send it at IPIT. Is that what you are saying?
It has to be an IPID office though.
Where at IPIT? We are explaining to the public now to say if you have a complaint here in the MK party, we have a person called Shongwe, send it to Shongwe.
So let me give you an example. At some stage, the economic freedom fighters had a complaint. They made appointment with my office and they came in and explained the complaint. So they knew what to do and they have their constituency. So it's the duty of all of us to inform our constituencies
Okay.
about how to lay complaints that
it's
are
okay. And
under
then-
IPID's mandate.
And then as the director now of IPIT, at
Ex-director,
what stage do you get involved?
when it's referred to my office,
When it's referred to your
the in-tray.
Okay, that is the only time you can get involved.
I don't involve myself in stuff that's not mine.
Okay. On page 71, you are saying in your statement, open quote, although I was responsible for 9 provinces and dealing with thousands and different cases, it was not usual for me to follow up on investigations that were before IPIT, particularly cases that seemed to have elements of systematic corruption, which formed part of the IPIT mandate. Now, there's an allegation here made by Ngabinde, and you listed it in your statement, and I thought you are going to adequately respond to it, about you going to Minister Senzo Mkhwanazi's house to listen to a complaint that he made about DPCI. Did you go to Minister Mkhwanazi's house?
Indeed, well, he wasn't a minister then, but yes, I went to his house.
Yeah, he wasn't, but he's a minister now.
Yeah.
Now, is it ordinary for you to go to a complainant's homestead?
That's such an important case, that one.
No.
No, that is so important. Let me explain, let me answer. Then you'll get full context. So the last time I had seen,
Wait, our witness. Wait. That honorable member is allocated time. When he asks you a question, respond to the question. If he wants further details from you, it will be at his behest. Respond to the question that he asks you.
the last time I had seen,
Thank you, Chair. Yes, you can proceed.
yeah, the last time I had seen former Premier Mkhwanazi was in his office with the MEC, Willis Mkhwanazi. And one of the issues was a presentation on the Panday case involving Mamonye Ngobeni and involving a few other people in the matter. And
Yeah, but the question is it ordinary for you to to go to the complainant's homestead?
I think you should hear me out and give me a chance to answer.
Please try to be brief because time is not on my side.
No, it would be a miss if I don't give a full explanation
Yeah,
because you asked me.
try to be brief. Is it ordinary?
No, you asked specifically about former Premier Mkhwanazi.
Yes, I am specific.
So will I be interrupted again when I give my answer?
No, give your answer, but be brief.
So if you allowed me, there's already 1 minute gone. If you allowed me, I'd have been done.
Yeah, You can respond. I'm listening.
Okay, thank you. So the issue was during the meeting with him, I did a presentation for him. I also raised the issue of